Hello, beautiful souls. I've already prayed over the cards and the messages that came through. I hope you're doing well. My name is Matthew, and this is the Path of the Joker, where every day you make the choices that have repercussions for the future. Um, Something new, something that we haven't really done on the channel in a long time. We don't normally do love readings, but I assume since I'm opening myself up, uh, opening my heart and my mind to the possibility of new love, that these messages are now coming through. So we got three songs. Kill Switch Engage, Starting Over, pretty much speaks for itself. Valere, I Wanna, and then Sleeping with Sirens, Jimmy Dean. Someone in the energy definitely wanting another chance to go back in time to where you started, to attempt to fulfill the promises they or both of you made once upon a time. The next song kind of has a tie to the first, but also feels like new energy. This could be someone you have a crush on or you have an admirer. I wanna rise and shine. I just want you to be mine. I wanna wake up in the morning with that loving you had last night. So this could be someone you've been recently intimate with. You, your person, or both of you are thinking of one another heavily. And the last song, it's definitely bittersweet. Um, on one hand, it feels like someone is remembering how you treated them and are wondering why you chose them. You saw their potential. However, however, without the proper action, you chose to end the situation, even though you both seem to have unconditional love for one another. Please use your discernment. At least in my own situation, I know for certain that even if miraculously they decided to change, I would never return to that woman. I appreciate all she taught me, though the way she ended the relationship and subsequent actions made it that much easier to let go. Again, this is not everyone's situation. The other side of this energy is so bubbly, cute, and endearing. Like it brings that warmth in your chest. Either you, your person, or both of you are astonished and in disbelief that you've actively chosen one another. This is so damn cute and even inspires myself for hope uh, in love as well. The chorus, I promise that things won't be broken, but I swear that it will never leave, is shouting in my head. Very sweet, transparent of, hey, I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to journey through life with you. I'm hearing loyalty, but wanted to write journey through life dedicated. If y'all aren't claiming this, I am. Because that's the whole end goal of the relationship, right? A partner you can love and trust to build, learn, and journey through life together. And then side message, Wu-Tang Clan, protect your neck. War is going on in the background, but God has his people protecting your neck. It seems more of hater projection and empty threats, though some may actually be carrying heat. This is not to cause paranoia, though it is a clear warning of being vigilant. People biting on your style, trying to claim what you are, is a copy or a phase, when this has been your authentic energy before it was ever a trend. I believe you know whom to trust at this point, and those of you and those you are or beginning to distance yourself from, you know who to do that with as well. Trust God, trust God over all things. Only He knows the way. So, some really beautiful messages. Um, this is our main tarot deck I'm putting off to the side right now. On this boot, still getting used to this new setup. I want to do the Celtic cross setup, not physically on this because we're gonna need this space, but We'll do theme, past, present, future, course of action, influences, hopes and fears, and potential outcome. Is that all of them right? Nice. On the first go around. Beautiful. Again, just personal learning every day. Lord of Lords, God of Gods, Father Almighty, Creator of heaven and earth, we come before you today in celebration. Surrender, joy, and expectation of love. Starvaders have drawn their swords. The invasion has begun. Nova Starvader Actinium. That is the faint light that passes through like a baby's first cry. Neon Messiah. I love the color silver more than the color gold. It seems, at least to me, it seems more like a more like pure and humble kind of metal. I don't know if that makes sense. Archangel Gabriel, allow me to remain consistent, authentic, and speak the God's honest truth. Archangel Michael, please protect me while I channel this energy. Archangel Metatron, ooh. What was that phrase? Reparations have the compensation, something like reparations can also be compensation, or compensation can also be reparations. Starvader's Arctic Fox or something like that. Archangel Metatron, please protect us. Help us transmute everything that is not of our highest good into peace, power, love, abundance, and protection. Boy, howdy. I'm not doing that. Need one card, please, God, for the theme. So we'll take the top one there. Pixie Powder. Healing. Come, I shall give you peace. Because there's like two others under there. That does seem like a pretty consistent theme going around. So, Starvader Pixie Powder. Come, I shall give you peace. Death Starvader Quintessence Dragon. Quintessence. That is the 5th ability. Starvader Cold Death Dragon. Do you understand it now? The end is unavoidable. So while you're surrendering, you're realizing you have your own capabilities. You're tapping into your spirit. And whatever awakening you're going through, the end is unavoidable. It's a beautiful way to start out the theme. Damn, why are y'all flipping so much? We're not doing that today. At least not until we hit the tarot. Please, one card for the past. One card. Please and thank you. The rains are coming down outside. Not so heavy. Started out very windy. In the past, Starvader Spiral Arm. The more weapons in your arsenal, the more advantages it obviously is. So your toolkit from your past is helping you through a lot of things. And that's beautiful. You have your own arsenal. Oh. Dropping information could be a sign. I just dropped my book of personal tarot, oracle journals, and all that fun stuff on the floor by mistake. Present. Starvatum Atom Router. Looks like a metal hyena, like a kind of metal jaguar. Starvaders use all resources. So when you're present, you're using every resource to your advantage. Thanks to the tools you've learned from your past. One card for the future, please. Well, I should say one card for a possible future. Futures are ever changing. God's plans are the only ones that matter. And though you may feel you're being directed in one direction at one point, you could end up somewhere completely different. Speaking from experience. One card for the possible future, Lord. Starvader Aurora Eagle. The piercing stare is only an instrument to gather information. Now, this could be a lot of people in your immediate circle watching over you drastically, trying to gather their own information. This could be something going on in the spirit where they're trying to gather information on you. This could be you're put in the spotlight. But it's going to bring about a storm in some sense. So we have lightning, rain, and wind in the background. Course of action, please. One card for course of action, please. Healing using your abilities. It's unavoidable. Course. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't come out for the future energy. Starvader Infinite Distray. The very infinite faces have the very limits have infinite faces. Looking like an archangel. I don't know of an archangel of limitless potentials or limitless possibilities. So I'll have to do my own research on that. All that gold, red, the white there. Very angelic. Course of action. Infinite, infinite different faces. So, I mean, that doesn't really help too much. Because I mean, yeah, that does make sense. Influences. Dark Metal Chameleon. It's impossible to aim at an enemy you can't see, right? Wrong. Trust, believe in the Lord your God. Lift up prayers of protection for yourself. Lift up prayers of revelation. Because God will expose the people he doesn't want in your life very easily. I mean, that even happened to myself recently. Someone that I was getting to know again, to possibly have a friendship with. They opened themselves to the potentiality of questions with what they said. I answered my own, or asked my own questions. One was redirected, and the other one was not even acknowledged. So, after they were explaining how they were feeling a lot better in their situation, I said I was grateful that they were feeling more themselves again, and I just blocked them. Someone who's willing to open themselves to questions and then not answer them, that's a red flag to me. Like, if I can't even trust you on a friendship level or an acquaintance level, nah, I'm good. We're over that. I don't know what was going on in her life, but I'm not allowing that into my life. So, cut smooth clean. And who knows, maybe that was the same situation you're going through. Uh, you may think it's impossible not to hit your enemy. It's not. Keep praying, keep following your own journey wherever that leads you. If you've made it this far, please hype the video if you can, share us around on whatever platform you're comfortable with, doesn't matter. But let's bring in some more souls to help them out too. If you're ever curious of the stones that I have on the table, leave a comment down below. I'll gladly reply. So after influences, hopes and fears. Unseen influences. There's always unseen influences at work. Hopes and fears. We'll do one for hope and one for fear. One card for hopes, please. One card for hopes, please. Cowardice, fairness. Unfortunately, I do not understand these concepts. Devastation, Starvader, tungsten. I wanted to say dissonance, though. So someone's hopes are justice, no matter by any means. Definitely seems more like retribution kind of energy. I hope that's not you going after retribution, but if you're going about it in a fair way, putting someone completely on blast with facts, do it. We need more truth in the world. We need more exposure of people who are corrupt. Granted, here in America, we're not really doing shit about it, whereas the rest of the world is actively removing leaders that are corrupt and don't belong in power. Especially if someone has been in a cowardice energy, in my personal opinion, they don't deserve fairness. But that's my own energy. That's my own opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. Leave it if you don't like it. Neo Messiah and Metal Griffin. One card for fear. One card for fears, please. Because I would assume Tungsten would have been more of the fears. One card for fear, please, Lord. Disorder, Starvader, Iron, and Black Ring Chain, Pleiades. Here, let me show you. The future lies in my hands. Chaos is because chaos is. Fears. Are you afraid that you won't be guided through the chaos? You could resonate with the Pleiadians. Someone on your astral council is extending a hand of guidance to you, trying to help you through this fear of chaos. I can't remember the name of that law, but it's whatever can and will happen just because chaos is. The best thing I can advise during times like that, take a deep breath and walk away from the situation. That is literally the only thing I've come to figure out really helps me in situations like that. When I want to be a smartass on my phone or just fucking start shouting at someone, take a deep breath, and I even just go for a walk in the woods sometimes. But it's kind of a backwards hopes and fears. I would assume more of the hope is astral guidance through the chaos, and the fear is someone not showing you fairness. Possible outcome, Lord. Possible outcome, Lord. That's 2. Damn. Not the 2 that I would want to see for a possible outcome. Singularity Sniper. Cut off from unity. Divine Monk of the Shattering Fist. Effort and adversity are what become nourishment for human life. So someone's not learning from their effort and adversity. Singularity. Standards do not apply there. We we might have to go into the extra deck when we get to the possible outcome. This is our extra deck. I just moved off camera here just so I have more up space. But you're going through an ascension. You're learning what's bringing you peace. You're understanding that you do have your own gifts. If people judge you for it, let them. They don't understand, and that's okay. Maybe they're not meant to understand, or in due time, they will. 042. April 2nd, April 20th, 111, 31, yeah, 3 1s, 33 could be significant, 202, February 2nd, February 12th, February 24th, March 1st, January 11th. So we're going to dive into tarot. And whatever you're going through is unavoidable. So it's okay to take it step by step. You do not have to rush a single second of your ascension. And I'm sure God would even prefer that you didn't. But you're starting off strong. You have a lot of weapons in your arsenal. God, what does my viewer need to know about their past? They seem to took a chance in the past. The Fool upright. Genesis Beast Deity Guardian. Genesis Beast Destiny Guardian. Protecting your destiny. The White Raven flies to protect the fate of subspace. So with all your tools from your past, you decided to take a leap of faith. Congratulations. What is this leap of faith, Lord? This is a love reading. Could have been a leap of faith in love. So what was the initial message? Starting over. Someone having the tools. Taking a leap of faith. Okay, I gotta move on. I'm not allowed to know. Moving on to the present. King of Pentacles upright and the World upright. So because of your resourcefulness, closed out a cycle. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, not King of Cups. That could have been the card with the Fool earlier. Leap of faith in romance. Leap of faith in idealism. Knight of Cups also talks about emotional manipulation, though. Romance, idealism. Kind of like a gigolo. Not a gigolo. Love bomber. That's what I'm looking for. But at least in your present, You're practical. You've matured financially, matured physically, closing out cycles. You're self conscious, going through a potential new awakening, as we started out with. But it could also be an awakening in a love interest, an awakening in romance, closing out a cycle when it comes to romance, closing out idealism, some kind of old thought. Closing out a lack mindset. You're stable and financial as you are. God provides and sustains. Practicality. You could be a business owner too. You could be focusing more on your business than you are romance. And that brought about a new cycle. Congratulations. Some cycles are not hard to break. They're not easy, I should say. Are not easy to break. Especially when you've been stuck with a certain mindset or a certain idea for so long that it becomes an emotional tie. It leaves you in a less than mature mindset. I'm going to leave this kind of split on both of these piles because it feels like taking a leap of faith with new ideas, leaping of faith with romance in some sense. That could be romance for self, learning to love yourself, bringing about your own stability. And that's a beautiful thing too. Because relationships aren't always about someone else. They could also be specifically about oneself. Learning to understand yourself, learning to heal the things that you need to heal in order to be a proper partner to someone else. But like I said to my ex before I left, I didn't feel like I could start a proper relationship after her and I broke up because I didn't love myself at that time. And even when I left, I still was not in a proper headspace to love someone else. And that's okay. At least I recognized that and decided, I don't want to put all of my burdens that I'm currently going through onto someone else. Because that's not helping anyone or anything. So how do I fix the things within so I can give a better version without? So what do we need to know about potential future, Lord? The piercing stare. Star in the chariot. Eclipse Star Vader charcoal. The star is like the foundation of life. So get ready to be in the public eye, and chariot came out sideways. So this is still in the works. but get ready to be in the public eye in whatever sense that may be. Maybe you're already in like public relations, CEO. We have the King of Pentacles here, someone who's a business owner. Maybe you're taking a leap of faith with your own business, which will put you in a star status. This is so beautiful. And we're already seeing 4 major arcana. So this is happening fairly quick. Stay calm, stay grounded. Any uncertainty, go to God about it. False prophets, that was another thing I needed to touch on. Again, that person that I had to recently cut off. The question was, how many times have you paid for a tarot reading? Because she specifically said that she had her own personal reader, which was interesting because she was also saying she was following the path of God. But then she also turned around and said, my beliefs were extreme when it comes to loving God as deeply as I do. So take what you want. But yeah, she didn't answer that question for how many times she paid for a reading. And I took that as a red flag. Our job as tarot readers is not repeat business. I look at tarot as how I look at how I do things at work. I exhaust every other resource before going to someone that's above me in a position. Now, I'm still working through that because God doesn't want me to carry all my burdens by myself. He wants to carry them for me, which I right ear ringing hard. Ooh, praise be to God. I love you, God. Thank you so much. I'm working on that. I really am. But I like to exhaust all my resources before going to someone above me. That causes problems too. And I forgot where I was going with that because of that ear ringing. Like the right side of my head is still hurting from that. Oh boy. Oh, that's right. So I asked her if, she had confirmed with God first that what her tarot reader was saying was the truth, because anyone can learn to read tarot. That's why I have different imagery for my cards. I like to be an intuitive reader because different colors, textures, and shapes they bounce in my head differently. And I like the way it bounces in my head differently. It makes me feel more grounded and authentic to myself instead of trying to bite off someone else's style. But yeah, that was another red flag. False prophets and pretenders. If you're going to be moving into the public eye in any kind of sense like that, remain honest, authentic, and you're going to absolutely need to set boundaries. If people don't like it when you set boundaries, that is your reason to cut them off. Someone saying that you're abandoning them after all these years just because you won't give them some money, with all disrespect, fuck them. especially if those people you've been giving to in more than a monetary sense for however many days, weeks, months, years, and you've gotten breadcrumbs back, little to nothing. Fuck them. Everyone's situation is not the same, but you can clearly see toxic patterns when you really run your mind back on the people that you've been interacting with. Think about it. That coworker who's always talking shit to everybody about every little thing. Do you think they're not talking shit about you? Come a little closer. Here's the thing. They're talking shit about you too. Protect your neck. Course of action. Infinite Distarve. The very limits have infinite faces. Ace of Swords reverse. Destiny Dealer. Temperance reverse. Or no, Temperance upright. Incomprehensible. It is not that terrible. Starvader Apollonel Dragon. King of Cups upright. Starvader Blaster Joker. The Knights of the Other World question the meaning of bonds. Another major arcana. Some sort of lie that you're going to need to be very balanced with. Now, either you could be this King of Cups upright, sweetheart, someone who's calm on the surface but can fuck around on the inside. Very compassionate, balanced. You know how to navigate not only your own emotions, but the emotions of others. Someone very nurturing, protective. And someone's been lying on your name. Or lying about some kind of... Maybe they're lying about your balance? But people can see that that's not the truth. You are very balanced. This could also be going to the battle going on in the background for the influences. Ace of Swords reverse also talks about chaos, brutality, confusion. But if you're this King of Cups, you're in your temperance energy. You're balanced. And again, that infinite faces, infinite possibilities, infinite chaos. Trying to bring confusion to your... Trying to bring chaos to your balance. Through lies, brutality, confusion, chaos. Excuse me. We kind of already know the influences is the unseen. What do we need to know about the unseen Lord? Someone sending us attacks right now? Or is this a consistent thing that's been going on? Archangel Gabriel, please reveal to me the meaning of this dark metal chameleon. What is it that I need to see? Ooh, don't run over them. Okay. Seven of Wands upright, Four of Cups reverse. I think that's the Nine of Swords reverse. It's been a while since I had to know what the Nine of Swords are. Yeah. Yeah. Determination. Determinedly letting go. Right, Four of Cups reverse talks about letting go, seeing things for what it is. Yeah, sudden awareness. The unseen is seeing you maintaining control, choosing happiness and hope. Or that's what's not being seen by others. People don't understand that you're being defensive. Being defensive of your happiness and hope. So their unseen attacks were being maintained because they saw you choosing happiness and hope. People are so wild with their mentalities sometimes. I don't get it. I really don't. Like, it's either they don't speak up about something they don't like, they accept how people treat them, and then still, like, begrudgingly hold it inside instead of letting it out in any sense. Or they take that pain and turn that pain against other people, which causes a whole different cycle of other. Oh my goodness. My third eye is itching and throbbing right now. Golly. But hopefully, this is the scene that you needed acknowledgement for. Stay in gratitude. Maintain control over choosing your happiness and your hope. Because this could also be people maintaining their projections of despair, or it's like some kind of come to me spell. That's what I'm hearing. So that could also tie into the starting over message at the beginning. Because Nine of Swords reverse also talks about reaching out. Someone having a sudden awareness. Or they've now become defensive because others around them have sudden awareness that they want to reach out. If the shoe fits, Take it. If it doesn't, disregard. Not every message will be your message. You do not have to absorb anything. If you're here for entertainment purposes, understand that your energy may show up on the table at some point. So don't shoot the messenger when it comes through. This is your warning. And if you're here to learn lessons, welcome. I'm grateful that you want to learn lessons. Not many people do, and they want to continue fuckery. If you made this far, please consider liking, subscribing, shooting me a comment if you want to know what these stones are. I would be more than happy to let you know what they are. But then you would have to do your own metaphysical research from there. This little cutie was bought from another YouTuber here. If you would like to visit her shop, I'll put her link down in the description. She is such a sweetheart, and with her orders, she gives you a nice little message on some fancy paper with a wax sealed stamp on it to keep it all closed. Absolutely adorable. I haven't had that happen from any other Etsy shop owner, so it just gives me a little smile throughout my day, you know, that there are people that are sweet and endearing in their own unique ways to complete strangers. So don't mistake courtesy for flirtation. Make sure you see if those boundaries are clear, because I know I'm gonna have to figure that out for myself soon too, because I have my own crush that I've been admiring, but I need to find out, number one, am I mistaking her courtesy for flirtation? And is she single? And does she feel the same way? All in good time. All in good time. So, hopes and fears. I'm going to take the hopes and fears like backwards. So the fear is tungsten's message. Cowardice, fairness. I do not understand these concepts. That's the fear, that someone is going to be judged. Four of Swords reverse. And Queen of Pentacles reverse. Ooh, Thorium as well. Page of Pentacles. Interesting combination. So we have Four of Swords reverse. Page of Pentacles upright. Queen of Pentacles upright. No, Queen of Pentacles reverse. Four of Swords reverse. That's not nice energy though. I mean, that makes sense for the chaos. Yeah, but which one is burnt out? The Page of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles? That's still not a good combination though, God. So someone's astral council is reaching out to them saying, hey, you know, I got you. Even though they're feeling like there has to be some kind of legal or chaotic situation going on in this person's life to where, you know, the heavens above are literally reaching out because someone's burnt out, stressed, and diligently being smothering. What? someone who's diligently self-centered, someone's ambitious to be jealous, someone's ambitious to be self. What? Oh, I can see why this is someone's fear. The fear of someone causing burnout, stress, and they'll be diligently self centered. Or they have some weird ambition to be smothering and self centered. Sorry, I didn't even really show the cards for these past two drops. I gotta start cooking dinner soon, so I'm trying to get through and finish up. Forgive me. Yeah, because I mean we were looking really good in the first two quarters. And now it's taken a heavy turn. I'm grateful that this is bringing clarity to someone's situation, though. I mean, you have to really pay attention to the way people sit, like if that makes sense. Because someone who's very anxious, someone who's in a rush, someone that wants something out of you, they'll tend to lean forward, they'll fidget with their hands, they'll move their arms and legs. Speaking from experience, someone who's very relaxed, someone who wants to enjoy your time, they'll be more physically laid back. They'll have more of a open, relaxed, defensive posture. Reading energy isn't that hard. Listen to the way people speak, the vocabulary they use, the tone. Are they being purposely loud so everyone in the room can hear them? Is it easy for them to talk to you normally, like how I'm talking to you? Is it frantic? Is it stumbled? People show themselves through what they call micro expressions in every interaction. Body language, facial expressions, physical touch, tone, inflection, all that fun jazz. God, Archangel Metatron, please help myself and this viewer through the potential outcome. Being severed from unity and being overburdened with effort and adversity. Ooh, that could also that could also be why we have the unseen attacks, someone's effort and adversity in maintaining control of someone else's happiness and hope severed them from God. It has to be some kind of spell work. They wanted to weigh, they either wanted to weigh you down, your person down, with some kind of effort and adversity, or separating you from God. And we've had that in we did that with Magic the Gathering spread a few weeks ago as well, where we had a touch from the God reversed. Unless that was in my own reading. God, how can my viewer guide this potential outcome? Death Star Vader, Demon Maxwell, the Hermit Reverse, Air Element, Sabreeze, Ace of Pentacles Reverse, Star Vader, Moon Commander, Ace of Cups Reverse. This is fucking brutal, man. Looting Deleter, Gunek, Nine of Pentacles Reverse, Star Vader, Chaos Breaker Dragon, Three of Swords upright, Hope and Despair. Damn. So this, I don't think this is you, viewer. And if this is, you really have to go within. Like, I'm talking full surrender to God. Whatever you are tied up in, dude, you have lost your way completely. Hermit Reverse, literally lost your way. Ace of Pentacles Reverse, spiritual poverty. You have no spiritual abundance. Your soul is worthless. Ace of Cups Reverse, loss. Damn, man, like this is fucking heavy. Not sorry for cursing. This is, I don't wish this on anyone or anyone's journey. Nine of Pentacles Reverse, false success, reckless spending, living beyond your means. And then Three of Swords upright. Damn. Could be a third party situation, person, place, thing. But heartbreak, suffering, grief. Like this literally seems like someone is gonna unalive. And they'll have nothing on the other side. All because of their diligent chaos trying to create stress in someone's life. Chaos. And they've been maintaining this for so long. Maintaining this lie. My goodness. So, viewer, my condolences. My condolences. I'm sorry you went through this. But whoever it is in your life, I hope you find comfort in the fact that I'm hearing checking out. Damn, man. Didn't see the Hierophant. I mean, with Temperance here, there's the Chinese myth about, I can't remember the name of the demon, but Temperance talks about active balancing of oneself or the forced sitting down of someone.
So maybe the brutality of a situation that had infinite possibilities forced someone to sit down, and it brought them their King of Cups energy, which is really good because even though it could be a raging storm on the inside, you're calm and collected on the outside. That's a really good step in terms of masculinity, because we only have one queen out here and we have two kings. That's important for mastering your elements towards your emperor status. In your present, you've mastered your earth. And through some course of action, whatever lie or chaos was brought about, you were forced to sit down and balance yourself, which helped you master your water. Chariot is fire. But it's not ignited yet. Knight of Cups is water. Not Scorpio. Might be Cancer. All right, let's close out. Let's close out with the Bible. Sweet. I definitely feel like we need something from the Bible here. Yep, that's tarot. I think that was Three of Wands that just flew out. Oh, Three of Wands reverse, Four of Pentacles upright. Rain element Madu. That is the blessed rain that falls upon the parched earth. And with it being in reverse, someone's not getting nourished. Three of Wands reverse talks about obstacles, delays, and frustrations. Four of Pentacles upright, control, stability, frugality, spending. Delay in spending, a delay in control, obstacles when it comes to control. Seems like to the bitter end, someone is going to try and control or cause delays when it comes to finances, stability, security. Lord have mercy. So we'll go to the extra deck. It's the smallest one there. Grab 2 or 3 cards from there, and then we'll read from the Holy Bible, the New King James Version. Any final messages, Lord, to help us navigate and kind of give us a palate cleanser? Any final messages for myself and the viewer, Lord? What do we need to know in this moment for our highest good? It kinda, not really. We'll go with that one. Holy flames that binds. Oh, sugar. Holy flames that binds. Absolutely stunning. The holy flame and the sealed blaze, the combined flames become an amazing force. Stay close to God. You got that fire within, and God gives you that light. Was it where? Hold on. Was it this book that we said that in? Or was it our older green book? Oh man, there was a great saying that I came across somewhere. Oh man. There we go. A light without fire is easy to control, and a fire without light is easy to fear. Beautiful. Still got that. And we'll close out with the Holy Bible. Lord of lords, God of gods, Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. Guide us to the passage. Guide us to the passage for our highest good to close out this message. Holy flames that bind. Isaiah 25. Praise to God. O Lord, you are my God. I will exalt you. I will praise your name, for you have done wonderful things. Your counsels of old are faithfulness and truth. For you have made a city a ruin, and a fortified city a ruin, a palace of foreigners to be a city no more. It will never be rebuilt. Therefore, the strong people will glorify you. The city of the terrible nations will fear you. For you have been a strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shade from the heat. For the blast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the wall. You will reduce the noise of aliens, as heat in a dry place, as heat in the shadow of a cloud. The song of the terrible ones will be diminished. And in this mountain, the Lord of hosts will make for all people a feast of choice pieces, a feast of wines on the lees, of fat things full of marrow, of well-refined wines on the lees. And he will destroy on this mountain the surface of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. He will swallow up death forever, and the Lord God will wipe away tears from all faces. The rebuke of his people he will take away from all the earth, for the Lord has spoken. And it will be said in that day, Behold, this is our God. We have waited for him, and he will save us. This is the Lord. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation. For on this mountain the hand of the Lord will rest, and Moab shall be trampled down under him, as straw is trampled down for the refuse heap. And he will spread out his hands in their midst, as he who swims spreads out his hands to swim. And he will bring down their pride, together with the trickery of their hands, the fortress of the high fort of your walls. He will bring down, lay low, and bring to the ground, down to the dust. The word of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. My third eye is throbbing. I need to cleanse this energy out of here. It's raining, it's windy, it's the best time to do it. Again, if you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned the lessons you needed. Stay prayed up. If you haven't started that journey, now's the best time. Every day you can make that choice to get closer and closer to God. I love you, but remember, God loves you more. He has a specific purpose for you. You're right where you need to be. Bye, beautiful soul. Until next time.